This is the trip that almost didn't happen. Sometimes adventures happen when you don't intend to have an adventure. We weren't actually going to film this trip. We were taking off and going to the coast for the weekend for Christina's birthday, and we had a couple of spots picked out in the local national forest where we were going to camp, and
we're super excited to check them out because we hadn't been there before.
Right. And we left out of work on a Friday, so we had all of the beach traffic that we had to encounter, all of the traffic in Portland to deal with. So it was pretty late by the time we got over here. And the one spot that we had found that was by Lincoln City, we pulled up there and went to pull into the road, completely blocked.
And it's been that way for a long time. You can tell by the brush and the trees down.
And the sign that they planted in the middle of the road that said road closed, in case there was any clue that it wasn't.
There was no way to get back there.
No.
None.
And it was literally the only place within 50 miles that we thought we could get to. And so we looked at Hip Camp, we looked at Overlander. And the iOverland app was suggesting places that were barely turnouts, and we're not really set up for stealth camping yet.
We have too much stuff.
So, at 8 o'clock last night, we were kind of like, crap, what are we going to do?
We were in Lincoln City at 8 o'clock.
Right. I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever encountered this, but you got a plan and you go to, follow through with your plan, and then the plan doesn't work.
Well, and then there just wasn't anything else anywhere near. It was, we did a lot of online searching and trying to Google search anything.
We probably spent an hour.
We were trying to find a campground. We were trying to find, a campground that didn't cost an arm and a leg anyways.
That would also allow a camper van.
Yes.
And so the whole idea was to take Christina to the beach and get a bowl of clam chowder.
And I get to walk on the beach.
Yeah, we didn't get to walk on the beach.
That's okay.
So we ended up at 10 o'clock. By the time we got out of the restaurant, it was 10 o'clock.
We did stop and eat dinner because we were both so hungry.
Right.
We weren't going to make dinner last night.
And so at 10 o'clock, I'm like, we were ready to go home. We're like,
it was this close.
we might as well just go home. And I said, well, you know what? If we're going to go home, I know a spot that's kind of on the way. So we went a different route home and ended up in the Tillamook National Forest. And again, the gods were conspiring against us, because the spot that we were going to go to, the place that Ellie and I went to in April, was closed. I knew they were working on a bridge. It was supposed to be open at the end of July. It's now closing in on the end of August. And we ran into a sign that said it was going to be closed until November. I'm thinking that they are probably repairing that slide that Ellie and I had encountered. You remember the video if I mentioned that. So anyway, we couldn't camp there because the place where we had to turn around, you still had to park in designated campsites, and they were all packed to capacity.
Yeah, all the OHV.
Yeah.
Or OVH.
OHV.
OHV, okay.
Vehicles, yeah. And so
all the spots were completely full.
Yeah. So we then had to punt, and we're like, I pulled up Gaia and I'm like, here's a road. Oh, actually, I think I've been on this road before because it goes out to University Falls. We can camp anywhere. We can find a spot out there. And I said, so we'll go try that. By now it's 11 o'clock.
It's dark.
And we'd been up since 4.
Yep.
4 a.m. for work. So tired, frustrated, stressed.
Very much.
And we found the road to go up toward University Falls, and we're still not done with the bad luck because we found a little road to go up, and we got about a quarter of a mile up the road, and there was a tree about this big laying across
the road completely.
So we had to back down
in the dark,
in that narrow, tiny road.
And we realized we need way better backup lights.
It's on the list, but it might have gone up the priority list a little bit. So,
again, this close to just saying,
screw it, we're going home. The only thing that stopped me was it was 11. Well, by now it was midnight. By now it was getting close to midnight, and I was tired. I'm like, I need sleep, and we got to be able to find a place around here somewhere. So we drove up the road another maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, found another little road, reluctantly headed down that little road, and managed to find a really trashed out campsite. It's actually not a campsite, as it turns out. It's a bend in the road.
But people have definitely camped here.
Yeah,
and there's trash all over the place.
There's a fire ring and all that.
There's like things inappropriately burned in the fire pit, metal pieces, broken bottles.
If you are an OHV person, if you are one of those that comes out here and uses the trails and that sort of thing, I know most of us overlanders, I like to think, are really good stewards of the forest. But if you're one of the people that does this shit out here in the woods,
come on,
you don't belong out here.
We're not going to have access to this area.
Yeah, none of us will. You won't. We won't. Clean up after yourself. Don't
leave all your trash.
Don't leave this mess. We're going to take some of it with us because we have a little bit of room, but like a lot of this,
it's like big stuff.
Yeah, we don't have the ability to haul this with us. And
there's like part of a wooden bed frame that somebody partially burned, and
just a lot of plastic trash.
Yeah, plastic too.
And people have obviously left their camp trash here because the wildlife have scattered it all over the woods.
All over this area.
So, yeah, real unfortunate. Yeah, really, really good job, guys. But
at midnight, 12:30, it was gonna do.
When we pulled in here at midnight, we thought we were at the end of the road, and so we kind of got ourselves situated on level ground and rolled out the awning and got everything pulled out of the van, made the bed, crawled into bed, and promptly fell asleep. Woke up this morning and looked out the back window.
There's a road that way.
And there's a road.
But not a road that we probably wanted to explore at 12:30 last night when it was dark.
We'd had enough adventure by that point.
We didn't want to end up on another road where we had to back out, narrow off. Yeah.
So I'm curious, for those of you who have overlanded on the Oregon coast, where do you camp? Where do you disperse camp? Because I see on Gaia a lot of national forest land, but all of it is landlocked by private land, timber company private land, and they've got gates. Everywhere we went, we ran into gates. So where do you go? Like, we want to be able to come out here and go to the beach, but I don't really want to camp in an overlook or a turnout on the highway.
Or a campground.
I don't like campgrounds. After this last week, I don't like campgrounds.
Yeah, that was an awful campground.
So where do you go? Give me some suggestions, man. Like,
I love the coast.
both of the ladies love the coast, and so I see us coming to the coast a lot, especially in the wintertime when there's too much snow in the mountains to go up in the hills. So give up some spots, man. Tell me your secrets. I want to know, because last night really sucked. Getting over here and not being able to go where we wanted to go, and it would have been a gorgeous spot too, up on the hill overlooking the ocean. I wanted to get some really good time-lapse photography. The skies were clear. It was just a gorgeous night. So I was really disappointed that we weren't able to make that happen. But since our plans have been thwarted and it's no longer going to be a weekend at the coast, we have decided that we are going to do some actual overlanding. So we're going to go kind of explore the Tillamook Forest.
We're going to explore that
we're going to drive on down that road and see where it goes. It might only go right there, but won't it be funny if right down there's a way better campsite than this one?
Probably.
Let's go find out. that road didn't go anywhere. Pretty much went to the turnaround. But it's fun.
It's a nice little dip.
Yeah.
By little, I mean pretty big.
Yeah, still the video does not really do it justice, does it?
I'm sure you guys know this too, if you video
Or watch much video.
or watch much video. It's much steeper than it looks like in the video.
Alright, let's see where this road goes. Alright, we're gonna go check out University Falls. It's been a long time since I've been there. Christina's never been there, so we're gonna go check it out. See, we do get out and get some exercise now and then.
Watch your footing.
Doing a little off-camber stuff here.
There's no walk on the beach.
No, it's a walk in the woods.
But this is supposed to be a beach.
I can hear it. Okay, this is a terribly composed shot because we're all the way down here in the bottom of the frame, but the waterfall's right there, as if you couldn't see it.
Coming out of our heads. Kind of.
The walk is as I remember it.
It does not feel like a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, feels more like a mile.
Maybe like a half mile.
Pretty steep coming down in here, which means it's going to be even more steep going out.
But it's a nice trail. There isn't any place where there's a lot of loose rocks.
Yeah.
Pretty good footing. You just gotta not trip over things.
I mean, it's been, gosh, it's probably been 10 years since I've been up here, maybe more than that. So it's been a while. And I was thinking we were gonna like go stand underneath the waterfall, but climbing up there looks pretty treacherous. And it's a long, painful
walk back.
Walk out of here, and I don't think I can carry you.
I can't carry you.
So, yeah, that definitely means calling for emergency assistance, and that's a long time to wait.
And I don't even want to know how much that shit costs.
Right. Yeah. So, anyway,
We thought we'd sit on this log by the waterfall and talk to you.
It's cool here.
It is. It's really nice. The cool air coming off the waterfall is very nice.
Sit here and kind of get our air before we climb back up that hill. But no relief unless we want to go splash around in that pool down there.
Yeah, we could. There's a little pool below the waterfall. A big flat rock right by it that you can get to easy.
Right. It would definitely be a place to cool off, but then we got to walk out of here wet.
Yeah. I might splash some on me.
Okay.
Like arms. So.
All right. Well, you do that. I'll take pictures of you doing it.
It's not going to be that sexy. It's going to be functional.
Anyway, this is a nice spot.
Good. Nice walk.
Sometimes adventure happens under the hood. Sometimes it happens behind the wheel. Sometimes it happens out in the woods. This is why I overland and why I'm not a backpacker. This isn't even the worst of it. Keep up or get left behind. This part's pretty cool. At least it's in the ship. Just this part because it's really cool. I'm ready for a nap right now. Not really. Flat ground for a little bit up here. You're out of shape, old man. Wait a minute. Round is a shape. Yeah, I'm going with that. It doesn't roll uphill very well, though. Okay. We're back from the trail, got some water, and cooled off. Now I think I want to try and do some sketchy shit.
Time to do some sketchy shit.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Hope I get away with it.
Oh God, I hope we get away with it.
I was trying to remember this.
I mean, my Astrovan identifies as a Jeep.
Did you get him?
I got him.
Yay!
So the fun part about being in a OHV park, and pretty much all of Tillamook is an OHV area, there's all these OHV trails all over the place, and so every now and then we can try out something that's a little more moderate, a little bit more sketchy, and that was kind of fun.
That was fun.
I'm sure that the video, again, does not do it justice, but yeah, we
had a couple mountain bikers that were pretty impressed.
Anyway, yeah, some rocky bits and definitely steep, and I didn't narrow down.
Yeah,
So,
we probably should have. It would have been a little bit easier.
but at the same time,
We made it.
Cindy made it right up there without any trouble at all. The Tillamook Forest area has miles of forest roads to explore. We spent a good portion of the day just driving around on feeder roads like this one, just seeing what there is to see. We explored a lot and saw lots of potential campsites and some fun trails we might want to try. Well, we salvaged an interesting day.
Yes, it was interesting.
Uh,
We covered a lot of miles.
and came almost right back where So where we camped last night, like we found that little hole in the woods and
The last minute.
in the last minute, and it was kind of a little challenging to get in and out of, and
it was dirty.
It's dirty. Of course, this place isn't exactly clean.
Yeah. It's just a bigger area, so it's not as offensive, I guess.
We drove up the road a quarter of a mile, and there's this great, big, huge space.
Awesome.
So we spent the day driving around Tillamook Forest. I'm sure we didn't cover even a fraction of it. But
we drove around for like
all day.
5-6 hours.
Yeah.
Think?
And
still ended up, this was the best spot.
well, we found a couple of good spots.
Right.
Found some fun trails to play on.
Yes. And a waterfall. We
And
found
a waterfall. Yep. Did a little hiking.
Yep.
All in all, I mean, aside from the fact that we did not have lunch at that brew pub that you wanted to go to, it's been a pretty good day.
It has been.
No beer.
But we did have chili dogs.
Chili dogs.
And they were so good.
Yeah, they're all right.
We were both very hungry by the time. It made it that much better.
I was going to make stir fry for dinner tonight, but I think I'm full.
We had kind of a late lunch.
So anyway, we're here for the night, and we're just going to hang out. We got a nice, really open sky, so I'm going to try and shoot some time lapse. And just kind of enjoy one more evening out in the woods before we go home tomorrow.
Yay. I miss my pets.
Yeah, but they miss you too.
I bet they're being neurotic.
So anyway, that's it for us for tonight. See you in the morning.
Good night.
All right, well, we got up this morning, got our coffee, got our breakfast. We actually kind of slept in a little bit. We didn't get out of bed till almost 9 o'clock.
It was nice. Whew, yellow jackets.
Yep. Flying assholes. Anyway, we got up early this morning, got our coffee, got our breakfast.
It was a good breakfast too.
And now we're packing up, getting the heck out of here. Time to head back home. And then we get to clean up.
And go back to work tomorrow.
True story.
I feel like we just left.
Right? the unfun parts about overlanding that nobody ever tells you about, the cleanup. Yeah. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode that wasn't supposed to be an episode and you think you'd like to see more of our content, be sure and check out our other content first of all, but also hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment. If you have a question, ask away.
We would love to hear from you.
We love to interact with our followers. So anyway, that's going to do it for this adventure. We'll see you on the next adventure.